So, some ascension symptoms that we can expect for this week. Well, starting at the beginning of the week, we really have to consider in the fact that we have this new moon in Aries, the stellium taking place in Aries. Aries rules over the head. Aries is a fire energy, really giving us a lot of energy, aggression, palpitation, spasms taking place in our body. Why? Because Aries energy wants to exert this energy in a physical way. So we're going to feel, again, we're going to feel discomfort sitting because we have ants in our pants and the ants want to dance. We want to really manage our anger and our aggression because that is the shadow side, the shadow part of the dark moon, the new moon in Aries. But we want to be conscious of the tension that we're holding in our heads, in our jaws. In past weeks, we've had a lot of clicking going on in the jaw, a lot of weird sensations, twitching, spasms, especially when eating, and the pressure behind the eyes and in the third eye, of course, in the head. I also just want to warn you that there's a lot of information coming in the crown, which not only is pressure, but there's a hot-headed situation going on here. It might feel like the tops of our heads are on fire. You can kind of snuff this ascension symptom out with a cold cloth on the head by putting a toque or a hood up. You want to kind of provide a veil, provide a filter over your crown, allowing still the energy to come in, but at a slower rate where you can manage the energy and you can manage the heat fluctuation, the pressure coming in the headspace. Now, Venus is a key contributing factor and a big key player here this week as well. And of course, she rules over the heart space. And especially when Venus is wrapping up her time in Aryan energy on the 13th, and then of course moving into her place of power in Taurus on the 14th, we're definitely going to feel the activation in our heart chakras. Now, Venus in Aries has been all about, feeling that heart pound, right? We have new passions, new desires, new aggressions, really pushing us to break the walls down and to be brave and courageous, to open our heart to new things. And then when Venus kind of moves into Taurus, we're going to slow things down a tad, right? We're not ripping the walls down. We're just like, maybe we can take one block out today, right? And so this is you're going to feel this fluctuation in your heart space. Now, whether that be palpitations or a different, vibration in your heart space, it could be little spasms or feeling like you have a double beat at one time. That is merely the energy kind of, adapting to the new life lessons, the new life contracts that got activated with Saturn last week, and of course, Venus on the go this week. We have a lot of aspects taking place with Jupiter, and Jupiter you're going to feel that in your knees, in your ankles. Why? Because growth is happening. And even though the growth is happening in the mental plane first, we are actively, physically wanting to take action because of this Aryan energy. And we feel this discomfort, this knee popping or clicking or just uncomfortability in the joints, in the knees and in the ankles, because that's where we hold our fear. That's where we hold our fear from moving forward. And we want to move forward. The energy is encouraging us to move forward, but our physical body is very rooted in this physical avatar, this physical experience is like, are you sure you want to move forward? I mean, it's stable here. Maybe we should just stay here a little bit. And the energy codes coming in, the light codes coming in are activating the new storylines that are like, no, we can't stay here. We have to move forward. So the energetic blocks that are kind of taking up space in our knees and in our ankles, we're going to feel that in, twitching, in feeling like the joints are maybe, rubbing together, clicking, all those very unpleasant sounds and sensations when we are actively wanting to move forward, but yet still being held very firmly in place. We have a lot of energy this week also. We have, Uranian energy popping in every couple of days, which is the mental plane. It is the central nervous system. It is heat and temperature fluctuations, but mostly like all of a sudden it's this overwhelming energy in the mental plane. It could be anxiety, it could be excitement, depending on how it is that you're managing your energy, but just think central nervous system. So the best way I want to explain it, it's almost like there's a buzzing going on in our blood. So you feel that kind of moving throughout your body. There's these the vibration from the light codes that we've been downloaded with are circulating through our physical body system. And these light codes carry such a high vibration and frequency that we're not used to, that it almost feels like our blood is buzzing. So it's a very weird sensation, but it's something that we're definitely experiencing now that the new astrological calendar has definitely been kicked off in so many different ways. And it's a good thing to feel these ascension symptoms, as unpleasant as they may be at sometimes, lets you know that you are in alignment with the cosmos. You have received the latest download and upgrade. Just think of it like an iPhone, right? There's a software update. This is what your body's going through. You have a new program running through you now, and now your physical body, the hardware, has to learn how to adapt to the new system, the new operating system that is running. The last kind of ascension symptom that I want you to be mindful about, or just, aware of, is the fact that we have some still digestion issues. Now, last week, it was mostly about recognizing where the purge needed to take place, like too much buildup of toxicity within your body. A lot of people contacted me saying, yeah, like the bowel issues were at the top of the list for me. There was a huge purge, a huge clean out. Didn't feel so good. I felt like I was dying there for a day. And unfortunately, that was absolutely necessary to have a clean slate for the new moon in Aries. Now that the new moon is past, we're feeling a little bit lighter, of course, because we're not holding on to all that toxic waste. But of course, the light codes, the vibrations are a bit higher as well. And towards the end of the week, we're definitely going to feel a little bit spacey in our mental planes, but also a lot more hungry towards the end of the week as well. Now, hunger pains or desire to have more food in you, it can be touch and go. Here's the reason why. The more light codes that we download, the more ascension symptoms that we experience, the lighter our body's frequencies, vibrations are, which means that we still need fuel for our physical bodies. That is a biological concept that we can't get away from. Our meal planning might have changed. A lot of my friends have really kind of described the fact that they're no longer connected to junk food or processed foods. They're more leaning towards wanting, fresh, clean, organic vegetables and fruits. And that is because there is life force in live vegetables. Now, many people are recognizing that their bodies aren't doing so well processing meats anymore. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that. I could probably do a whole podcast about it. I'm not about to jump into that and go on that rant right now, but just know that, consuming life force vegetables and fruits is a different life force than consuming an actual animal's life. And so the heavier vibrations that are now being contained in the animal products that we're actually consuming no longer jives within our, biological and energetic bodies. And a lot of people are realizing that, like, wow, I've eaten this my whole life, and suddenly, like, I don't even want it. It doesn't feel like my body wants it. It feels like I'm totally rejecting it. And so there is some digestion issues as far as recognizing what is being easily processed and what is not. And a lot of that is because your vibration has changed. We're in a new astrological calendar. You're going through the ascension process. You are jumping into your higher 2.0 version of yourself. And that means we have to take a good look at how it is that we're now fueling our new energetic bodies. So that is your energy forecast for the week. I got to throw out a couple of reminders here because it's important. I just want to kind of mention, I want to thank you guys so much for your love and support, but here's something that is really damaging to myself and to small business owners out there is the fact that Facebook and Instagram, all those big social media platforms are now putting small business owners in a position where we have to pay in order for you to see our posts. That means free content. I'm now paying for you to actually get the information that I want you to have for your evolvement. So it's putting small business owners in a tight position because we're already struggling to, make ends meet just like everyone else out there. But now it's kind of like a personal conflict because I want y'all to have the information that I put out there. I want the free content to remain free, but I also need to be able to, pay for my website and pay for my bills. And so the best way that you could help me is to download your monthly forecast. It's $11. It's pretty affordable. It gives you a ton of information to navigate the weeks ahead. And I've never really had anyone complain that it wasn't a good purchase. So that is a huge way that you can help me. You can also help me by downloading your moon guide. Help yourself. When you help yourself, you help me. So that is amazing. I would definitely recommend that you boss up and you start doing the shadow work in your personal healing journey in order to align with the moon and the cosmic energies that are here to help us evolve. And of course, the likes and the shares are also very, very welcomed, very much appreciated because again, small business owners, we can't afford to be putting out all of these dollars to make sure that the free content that we create is being put in front of you. So like those posts, share those posts, and of course, when you can, download a guide or download a forecast, help yourself and help me too. So thank you for your love. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your energy. I hope you have a great week and we'll talk to you soon.